Hello and welcome to our Salesforce United episode, a podcast about Salesforce and people who work with it. Here we discuss engineering discoveries, professional secrets, and careers of our guests. I am Volha Malatilova, a Salesforce enthusiast, and to my delight, your host.
Dear listeners and guests, welcome to our podcast. In this podcast, we aim to delve into the world of Salesforce and provide our audience with valuable insights from the industry's best experts and professionals. I'm 𝐒𝐚𝐥𝐞𝐬𝐿, a Salesforce software testing engineer and your host.
And today I'm very excited as we have a talented guest, as usually, who happened to go to the same school as I did. Let's welcome Yuri Bondarov, a solution architect with more than 10 years of industry experience, with an extensive knowledge of the Salesforce core platform and best development practices. Yuri has been involved in a wide range of Salesforce integrations and was working mostly with products like Sales, Service, and Experience Cloud. Yuri, welcome.
Thanks for introduction. Hi everyone, nice to be here with you.
So let's get started. And I think that our audience is very interested in how did you make that transition from a developer to a solution architect, and what drove this change?
All right, it's in Salesforce, it's quite organic growth from developer. So if you have long career, so you can just go to architect. If you already was a lead developer, you already know a lot of stuff about Salesforce, so it's quite organic. What I can add to this, so sometimes even being officially a developer, you're doing certain tasks of architect. Basically, in an internet, when I was looking, I was trying to find what does Salesforce architect mean? There is no answer to this question. Sometimes different people think different things. In different companies where I was working, there is different vision of what architect is. So it really depends. But again, it's organic. So in EPAM where I'm currently working, there is vision what architect means, and maybe this is the place where I fully understand what it is. But before, it was different opinion and different vision of what architect is. About transition, again, it's organic. So you are growing, you're getting more experience, and then just you start doing higher level tasks, communicating more with the clients, and so on and so forth.
Sorry, Yuri, and can you then clarify what is meant now by solution architect? Like you mentioned, you understand it now.
Well, right, there is a kind of list of responsibilities that you need to cover on a project, like being a technical lead, designing solution, have extensive experience with diagramming, documenting, communicate with client a lot. So being able to discuss with business people, then translate it to technical solution. Being a trusted advisor for clients. Sometimes clients have some needs, but they don't understand how exactly it should work. Sometimes they have crazy ideas, which basically a bit different from industry standards. So, and you can just give your expertise and say it can be easier achieved with the certain changes of process in your company, for instance, and not building everything as you want. What else? There are some managerial as well activities, so you need to keep an eye on a team. Sometimes establish governance, what's the rules in a team, how it should interact, how the guys should interact with each other. Establish good balance of formal and informal communication inside the team and with clients. It's kind of such a process, such a person. Again, it's different depending on project. In some projects you need to be more technical, in some projects you need to be more on the client side, acting as a more business analyst. And that's hope that explains. But there is no strict rules. There is no like education or university that prepare architects right now. At least I don't know about it. So it's not like a doctor. It's not like builder. Not like any other profession. So everything changing dynamically. So architect, the guy who should adopt technology changes and be able to implement it for the clients. That's how I see it.
Okay, Yuri, it was an overwhelming definition, and we would like to know what does a typical day of a solution architect look like?
Meetings, 30-50% of meetings. That's kind of typical day. During the day as well, you need to spend some time on designing solution. Planning is really important for architects. So again, you interacting with BA and with the client, they have requirements. You as an architect need to review it from technical point of view, be able to discuss with client on limitations or something like that, and then again translate to technical requirements. Documentation, part of day, 10% of day, we build in documentation. Again, for a different audience, for developers, purely technical stuff, and for clients, like more fancy, more colorful diagrams that explains how the process is working. And so depending on the technical level and level of business understanding for different people. What else? There are architects as well should spend some time to self-education as well, to participate in some activities. So like working exclusively on a product sometimes may get boring. So and you as an architect expected to be like a leader in technical area, be able to propose or offer different kind of new technologies, new approaches. So like it's very important to spend some time. Maybe it's not a typical day, but a few hours in a week you have to spend for self-education, reading some books, reading some articles about technology changes and the domain in your domain. That's mainly it. Maybe.
Seems like a very filled day.
Yeah. It's longer than normal 8 hours.
Then can you please share an example of any complex Salesforce project, of course within NDA, without mentioning maybe the client, and just how you helped to guide it to success?
Honestly, all the projects that I recently was working were really challenging. So there are different challenges. For instance, on my previous job, I was working for financial organization, and the challenges were applying compliance rules and restrictions like provided by regulators. So it's really strict business, and the difficulty was just to comply all the requirements, all the limitations, all the legal stuff, so on and so forth, like around the security, around data protection, data governance, stewardship, so on and so forth. My recent project is really complicated. It's logistics business. I even didn't know how complex it is. So we're talking about Salesforce, but right now for logistics, for instance, is like completely large market. There are tons of products that needs to be integrated with Salesforce. So for now, Salesforce is a little part in my project, and it should be integrated with multiple different software systems. Integrations mostly is a difficult. Keeping all the data consistent, for instance, as well, a really challenging thing, and you need to think about it. Again, what I do for that, working collaboratively with other architects. There's a big group of architects who work on in different areas, and so you need to communicate with them, stay tuned on any changes, and be ready to apply these changes in the Salesforce. So yeah, again, communication. Right now, communication is a challenge, and complexity of a system. Many systems, they should work consistently, they should be orchestrated and work perfectly together, be aligned. That's the challenge right now. Hope it explains. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you usually balance clients' needs with Salesforce framework limitations when designing solutions?
For me personally, it's sometimes difficult to say no to people. So yeah, but sometimes you have to trying to develop this skill and just explain. So guys, we can spend but usually there is a good argument. You need to just give a cost of ownership, and this all architects, I guess, use this practice. So yeah, we can build it as you want, for instance. But it will take half a year, it will burn a lot of money for you, and so cost of ownership kind of large, and cost of implementation. But as an alternative, we can use something easier. You just need to slightly change your processes, and that's the kind of what all architects do, providing different options and getting client answers. So client needs to kind of have this feeling they are driving everything, they're ruling, and so making decision. That's how it works. Again, you need to provide good arguments. Sometimes you have just feeling it's not the right solution. So yeah. Sometimes it's hard to argument. Sometimes you need to do what you don't want to do, but yeah, client decides at the end. Your role is just explain the risks and explain the other factors. In general, I guess this is the approach. And again, sometimes clients just want to do what they want to do, and you have to do that. Even if it's not realistic, even if it's super hard to do, but at the end, business knows better what they need.
And now let's dive deeper into the internal communication. What advice would you give on leading cross-functional teams effectively on Salesforce projects?
I guess it's not dependent on technology. It's just applying some rules. So we all work using Scrum. Good thing, I guess. Just need to follow the rules. Some ceremonies, some team culture. So team culture is very important. So you need to establish rules of communication. So some, again, good balance of formal communication and informal communication. So just avoid some missed links. How to name it? Missed links, can I say it that way? I don't know. Well, really hard. So I'm not a manager, to be honest. So I know it a little bit, but it was not my responsibility to keep everyone together. Usually I work in collaboration with project managers, scrum masters, so on and so forth. So there should be some facilitator that drives all the process of communication, helping to achieve the goals. So sometimes I can play this role, but I'm not super good in that. So I'm mostly on a technical part, mostly explaining technical solution and keeping calendar, keeping an eye on all the meetings, so on and so forth. It's really time consuming. So everyone thinks it's something easy, so we don't need Scrum Master, but honestly, it's really hard. For some people, maybe they keep all the promises, they have all the notes for everything, so and for themselves. But it's
there are a few people like that, honestly. People tend to break promises and
sometimes when I dive into topics, so it's better not to touch me. I even don't respond to anyone, so I just need to finish the thing. So it's like you're building a big system, like a lot of connections in your head, and so just like be distracted by creating meetings, so on and so forth. Sometimes not super efficient. Again, hope it explains. And just in communication level, try to be positive communicating, try to avoid finding a guilty person, so on and so forth. Everyone makes mistakes, so you just need to give a hand someone help. And this is kind of culture that I like, and I'm trying to promote in all the teams that we are working. So human is a kind of animal that always make mistakes. So we are not robots. So that's why we invented computers to do that. So that's the rule. You should keep it in mind. And in all the places where you can automate something, try to automate. Because again, computers make less mistakes than people. That's all around the communication, around the processes.
Okay, and if to switch to the discussion of the future of Salesforce architecture, what exciting trends or developments do you foresee in Salesforce architecture and solutions?
So in recent years, it's really hard to say something Salesforce architect. Salesforce acquires a few startups every year, so it's like super, super huge right now, Salesforce itself. We can have core Salesforce, which can be covered by one person, but right now there is like tools for marketing, tools for, chat, for instance, Slack, others. Very a lot of things. So you need to know in details maybe one part of Salesforce, but understand what's on the market. So that's why it's important to keep an eye on Salesforce and on all the trends and everything that's system adapt, all the companies they acquire, and what to expect from that. So again, it's hard to be technically perfect in all the Salesforce products right now. What I would say, so please define your main area, first primary skill maybe, and but you need to at least have general understanding of other tools, how they can work, how they can be integrated, incorporated in your system, and because it's a wide range of products right now for the Salesforce.
In the beginning, you mentioned that it's quite hard to become solution architect because there is no university, there is no established path, and I think to that end it would be very useful for our listeners to know what strategies and learning opportunities do you suggest for career growth within the Salesforce ecosystem as solution architect, and for anyone who wants to become
Salesforce improving in this area. So right now, a few years back, Salesforce started initiative for architects, so maybe follow it. There is a website for architects if you like working in Salesforce. So before that there was nothing like that. So you just need to read some articles. There was a book for Salesforce architect 10 years already, but I did read it, but it didn't explain me why how it's different from developer, because majority of things I already did as a developer. But and they were explained in a book for architects. It was hard. Right now, again, I would recommend to follow architecture. I would follow the website for architects, specific for architects on the Salesforce. There are a lot of articles. Maybe follow specific Medium. This website, medium.com. There is again specific Salesforce architect kind of area where you can read an articles. What else? Maybe it would be good to understand, like in general, what architecture for other technologies mean. So there are certain list of actions, certain like already defined responsibilities for architects. This vision a little bit different from what we have for Salesforce, but would be as well good to know like what Java architect mean, what AWS architect, cloud architect mean, so on and so forth. Maybe follow not only Salesforce courses, but as well like from other technologies. So to see like what it may be, what your responsibility is gonna be, what's typical tasks that Salesforce architect performs. And yeah, just learning, constantly learning, and obtain as much kind of practical experience. So trying to take a challenging task, trying to cover some activities, don't just sit alone doing your stuff, implementing tasks. So architect is proactive role. That's everyone talking. Like this may vary, like different approaches of architect, but everyone like it's consensus between different sources that like architect should be proactive, should take a challenge, should like be responsible for their for his work and for his commitments. That's it. To summarize, accept the challenge, try to be proactive, and constantly learn. That's it.
And I guess one of our favorite questions, because in our fast-paced world, staying motivated can be a real challenge. A lot of tasks require our attention and energy. And what helps you to stay motivated on a daily basis when you have to learn constantly and do a lot of work?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So making, for me, like you need to define some goal. Why you choose this profession? So if you are not motivated, maybe it's not the right choice. Maybe it's not the right project for you. Maybe it's not the right company. For me, I'm really happy when I make a world better with my software, with the software that built in my team. So essentially, it comes to like less work for people, less boring work for other people, more automated stuff, and so like people can more focus on like normal creative tasks, so on and so forth. That's what people good at, right? People not really good at like performing routine tasks. Sometimes it's boring as well, as everyone understands. So these boring routine tasks can be done by software. So this is in general a goal, and that's keep me motivated. So like certain feature will make somebody's life better by not doing the same things day by day. And again, like people can do more, can do something more interesting, creative, so on and so forth. So that's what motivates me in general in building of software. Again, there are some challenges. Sometimes you're drained with a lot of things you're doing at the same time, but eventually it comes to results. So seeing the results, seeing how it makes the lives of other people better. So this is my main motivation in software developing.
Sounds very inspiring indeed, and also answers the question for many why to use Salesforce, right? Like one of the key benefits of the system is to get rid of these mundane tasks.
Yeah, what I like in Salesforce don't pay me for promotion. It's always kind of depending on the needs. So sometimes Salesforce is not really good fit for business, but as you see, Salesforce grows, and like half of big companies in the world, maybe like even more, have Salesforce. as a part of the software infrastructure. So why Salesforce is good? So again, Salesforce automated something even for developers. So like, let's imagine you Java developer, so you have some framework, you need to do something, you need to build something from scratch, write a lot of code, so on and so forth. In Salesforce, for developers, for architects, for technical stuff, it's on the next level. So some things can be achieved really fast, really easy. So again, you can use your creativity, you can invent something, and you don't need to spend a lot of time to do some routine low-level things. You can use some low-code automations, you can use some, even no-code automations. Right now, there is artificial intelligence in Salesforce. Again, it can give an advice on something, on some things that need some algorithmic stuff before. So, for instance, you need to advise a price for this product, right? Before, there was a lot of rules, different rules. You just need to implement them. They all interconnected. It depends on the day of week, depends on something, so on and so forth. Right now, artificial intelligence may learn on a previous data and give an advice. So why Salesforce is good? It's not only like helps you achieve the things using out-of-the-box functionality. It is well good for developers, for technical persons who work in it. It brings technical persons to the next level. So I can imagine myself if I would work in Java or .NET infrastructure. So I would need to do a lot of things with coding. With Salesforce, less. So I can spend more time communicating with client, understands business better, and I guess it's for all Salesforce person who work there. So growing your seniority, you're more and more involved in client needs and client communication, understanding of business. It's a bit different from other technologies when you need to truly be a technical person and understand from top to the bottom all the technology. For Salesforce, technology part is easier, I would say. And again, you just need to know the business more and how your solution align with the business and solve the business needs.
Thank you. I think it's very useful for everyone. And to finish our wonderful conversation, we'd like to know more about you as a person. That's why it would be great to know what is your favorite book, movie, and song.
Wow, cool. For books, I like Ernest Hemingway books. Not sure which one is my favorite, but I just like him as a person, and like to read his books. Movie, again, hard to say. Honestly, for me, watching multiple times the same movie, it's a waste of time. So you just watch it. It's new, it's interesting. It's like you obtain some new experience, and then you just know what it is about at least. So yeah, there is no movie I would watch the second time. There is no book I would read the second time, to be honest. So yeah, like life is too short. You need to take an experience as much as biggest range of different experiences you want, and keep doing the same thing. Maybe not the best option you have. So for the movie, yeah, maybe. But when I was younger, so there were quite trendy movies like about crime and so on. So I don't know, Guy Ritchie movies maybe were interesting for me. Recent movies are not, but like before, hard to say. I don't know what we will left in this podcast. So let me decide. Guy Ritchie movies. some
Yeah, like
couple
Snatch,
of
for
old his
example, right?
movies, not
With
new.
Brad Pitt.
Snatch, for instance. Snatch is great. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
What else? What was the book?
Or band.
Movie, band. I like Oasis. Britpop as well. When I was younger, so yeah, I did really like, and it continues. But yeah, I again like different kinds of music. Sometimes it's like classic music. Sometimes it's hard rock. Sometimes it's pop music. So it depends. So yeah, if you were with me with my car when I'm driving, it's again my playlist contains like different wide range of different music as well. I really like music, different kinds of music. Maybe Oasis is one of my favorite bands. But yeah, I have a lot. Largely.
And just this question has come to my mind since on the previous episode we've discussed it. So Yuri, if you have an answer, would be great. If not, we'll skip it. What do you do as a hobby? Like, what's your favorite thing to do when you're free and you want to forget about work, completely turn it off, and just emerge into something cool and refreshing? What do you do then?
I have a couple of hobbies, different, but yeah. Like before COVID, after that, so I didn't manage to get back to them. I was taking pilot courses like for 10 hours, so it was really I did really like it, but for now don't have much time for that. As well, kite surfing, was starting my training, even went to courses somewhere to Spain. So yeah, still again recently I don't have much time to do that. Normal stuff. So I have children, so I spend time with children and really enjoying it. It's really interesting how they grow, how they learn, how they always asking surprising question. Like you don't expect something, you think about them like they super small and just kind of basic understanding of this world, but sometimes they ask question I never asked myself before, and yeah, sometimes it's hard, even harder than architect work, just to answer children's question. Yeah, again, like traveling, so if there is a chance, so I like traveling. I like snowboarding again, started to learn a few years back, and right now trying to every year go somewhere. That's it. Kind of global things which I don't have time to. I like them, but yeah, a lot. Hope it answers the question.
And I have a final question, if you don't mind. So, if not a solution architect, what would you do? Just imagine.
Something for the real world, maybe. So, I don't know, software, the difficult problem, and I guess why people have a lot of burnouts in this profession. So you don't basically see the results of your work. You don't understand the results of your work, right? You cannot touch it. You cannot show it to your children. Even if your children ask you, what did you do? They understand what does firefighter mean. They understand what does I don't know.
Doctor.
And a doctor means. So, and if you software developer, so yeah, I'm doing such a stuff, and Papa show me. Okay, let's go to the computer. So yeah, about the profession, so I don't know, to be honest. Maybe have some cafe or something like that. Just interact with people, do some stuff, have a cozy atmosphere. I never thought about it, but yeah, something like that, where you see the result, where you see smiles of the people who use your products, and maybe it gives you kind of satisfaction that you do something useful, something helpful for others. That's
it. Okay, thank you very much, Yuri, for joining us today. I hope our guests will enjoy this talk with such an interesting person as you are. We hope that the discussion has provided you with valuable information and new ideas. And have a nice day and stay with us.
Thank you, dear listeners. As always, we will be very happy to receive any comments. If you listen to this moment, smash a like and share this podcast with everyone who might be interested. Please rate it on the platform. And till the very soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.